everybody, welcome to your reading. So today we're going to be asking why people adore you. I thought this would be a fun reading to do. It's also my birthday, so I feel like I'm definitely channeling the energy of being adored, but I've had this topic on my mind for a few days, and I mean, who doesn't need some love and validation every now and then? So go ahead and choose a pile below. You can see there's 4 options in front of you. I'll do a close-up in about 30 seconds, and just meditate on the cards if you like, and choose whatever pile or crystal is calling to you to receive your messages. All right, see you guys soon. Hi guys, so these are gonna be your pile selections. Pile 1 is right here with the malachite. I love this one. Then we have pile 2. This is the preonite. I think I'm saying that correctly. And there's pile 3 with the apricot agate. And then there's pile 4 with this rose quartz. So go ahead and choose whichever pile is calling to you, and I'll see you in the reading. Alright, hi everybody. If you chose pile 1 with this malachite lovely stone, then this reading is going to be for you. Alright, so let's see why people adore you. The moon. Okay, you guys are very sensitive, intuitive, and emotional people, and I really sense from this card how she has her little wolfly companions that you're incredibly nurturing and compassionate to all the people around you. I'm kind of getting like Snow White vibes, or I forget the girl's name in Enchanted, but if you've seen that movie, you kind of give me like all the animals and the babies and the people just flock to you. I think you could be very sensitive to the moon, her rhythms, and her emotions, and this is almost your superpower, to be able to see through people very clearly and see when they're in need of emotional sustenance and nurturing. I feel like you can be a little bit temperamental at times, just like the phases of the moon wax and wane, like you can see in this card, but overall you guys are incredibly nurturing and compassionate. You guys may have your moon in Pisces. I'm sensing it's that type of intuitive sense of being in tune with the people around you. I also feel like you may smell very good, like with the imagery of the trumpet flowers. Maybe you smell like a flower, people around you, like, I don't know, when they get enveloped in your embrace, you're just like, oh, and like your perfume wafts into their nose and it just like comforts them. You guys can have a very ethereal quality about you. Maybe something about the way that you walk is very fluid and flowy, and this is what draws people to you. You're kind of like sexy, but in a maiden way. It's not like the overt type of sexuality. It's very, if you guys are familiar with Greek deities, like there's Aphrodite, she's kind of like the hot bitch, but then there's like Artemis or Demeter, and obviously there's something very striking and sexy about them, but it's in this way where it's not sex appeal. It's grace, and it's fervor, and it's very respectable. I don't know if there's something about your sex appeal which is also very demure. I feel like you guys could get married at a young age. Like, I feel like it's very much your mission and life's purpose to bear children and have babies and have young to look after. And if that doesn't apply to you, it literally just could be like dog babies, if you know what I mean. You're very sensitive, you're very soft, you're very nurturing, you're very giving. And people love this quality about you. You must be like the type of person that people seek out when they're having a bad day, when they're feeling depressed. And there's also something about the way that you dress, which is incredibly elegant and alluring, and again, like, might add to that flowy quality about the way that you walk or other people perceive you. She also has, she's wearing a crown that looks like it's over her third eye. So maybe you guys, well, again, this would make sense why you guys are very intuitive people, but you could have a very developed third eye. And I don't even think this is something you would be aware of. It's just aware of. It's just where your intuition flows through and comes from. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from this moon card. Again, like, there is also a very striking quality about you that I keep picking up with this card, like the way that her fabric is sheer and it has a sheen to it, and it's you're not the average guy or gal, but it's in this very endearing way that's almost magical or ethereal, and people adore that about you. Nine of Cups. You're very loving, you're very supportive. People feel like they can count on you pretty much for anything. You must have this positive go-getter attitude in life where I think people of all walks of life kind of just seek you out. That's a very Piscean moon thing. You like flow with the waters and move with the tides. I think you're like tapped into some type of earth magic as well here that again you may not be aware of. That's just, your body is just tuned into the cyclical ways of nature. And yeah, again, there's just something very demure about each one of these cards that I've picked up for you guys. So people adore you because you feel very soft. Everybody needs a certain type of friend for certain instances and certain situations. Sometimes you need a friend that's going to tell you to beat up the guy that's been messing with your emotions. And sometimes you need the friend that you're going to cry to when you don't want to be tough and you're tired and you just want someone to take care of you. You just want somebody to cook you mac and cheese and sit in front of a Netflix movie while you cry, and you're very much that person. I also, if you're not religious and maybe just spiritual or none of the above, I just get this sense that you just have very endearing well wishes for other people. I don't think that unless somebody crosses you, I don't think you're the type of person to wish ill intent on everybody. You genuinely just see, because she's just sitting on what is this, a log, a tree branch, wishing into the moon in the night sky. I feel like you pray for people, whether you realize that you're doing it or not. Just something about your energy is always like, oh, I hope this person is doing well. I'm sending them the best. Like, you look out for other people. You care about others so deeply, and you spend most of your waking moments and waking time just, wishing well for the people in your life, sending them good vibes, good energy, praying for them to do well. I genuinely sense, and it kind of makes sense with the moon card, like, I don't know if you're into witchcraft or spellcraft or anything like that, but you do a lot for people in person, but I think the majority of the work that you do for other people comes behind the scenes. Like, when no one's looking, you go away to your room, you go away to your altar, your prayer book, or whatever it is that you do, and you just wish on a wishing star that all the people in your life have the happiness and the fulfillment that they deserve, that these situations that are plaguing them cease to bring them pain, and that they can find the light again and return to the true essence of their soul that you truly see inside of them, that you're a big Care Bear. You really just want everyone else to be happy around you, and I'm sensing that, if the other people, if you don't put this well-wishing and good intent out into the world, then it would kill you. I feel like you just have to hope for the best for everybody in your life, and you wish for the happiness and fulfillment of everyone around you with all of your heart. And when they're not looking, you go inside and you pray with all of your heart and all of your might that all of your loved ones' troubles and fears will just melt away into the night sky and never return to them again, so that you all can just have the happiness and the peace that you deserve. Wow, you guys are getting a lot of cups. Yeah, just you guys must be Cancers or something. If not, you could have a lot of fourth house placements. But yeah, there's also a dark side to you that I'm picking up on. Like you do everything under the cover of the night sky, and not like in an evil, demonic way whatsoever. I'm just sensing that a lot of the magic that you possess comes out like in the midnight haunting hour, if you know what I'm saying. Like your deepest wishes, your deepest prayers for other people are really just sent out to the sky, and maybe no one else really hears them. So I think this is just confirmation from your team, your archangel, your spirit guides, whatever you believe in, that they see this about you and they love you. I don't know, I'm kind of getting like seductress energy from you guys a little bit. You guys are very enchanting, but again, it's in like a covert kind of way. There's something mystical and mysterious about the way that you move and the way that you operate in your life, and just like the phases and shadows of the moon. Like there's the bright side you can see, then there's also the dark side, which I think is even more active and present in your life. Like you really just love to do things under the cover of the night sky and pray and wish to the moon, and that's where all of your light worker energy is focused. Yeah, you guys must have been born at night, because I'm picking up heavy vibes of a night chart right here, and everything you do under the disguise of the night. I'm sensing like the people in your life don't know a lot about you. Like while you are you constantly give and provide, but I think that there's a side of you that is kept away from just the general knowledge of the people that you surround yourself with. And I think that's done for a purpose. Like there's something very ancient about you guys. Like I'm really getting like Diana. Maybe you're like a descendant of Diana, who is like the Roman moon goddess of ancient Rome. But I don't know, I feel like you guys go away either in your sleep or like in the middle of the night to do like, I don't know if it's spell work or witchcraft or just something that takes you away into the shadows, and you're working your magic and you're working your light. Like again, I said, this is not a bad thing. It's just something that needs to be hidden and not everyone can see. I mean, the Queen of Cups is a very, very loving and giving person, and I know in most of the court cards, they're by themselves, but there's just something very mysterious about this card. She really feels like she's part of like a coven or part of a tribe, and she operates alone. Like all of her magic and good intentions are done underneath the cover of secrecy. And maybe people like that about you. Maybe that's what people adore about you, is that they know that you're there, but there's something that you keep hidden. So it's very, very mysterious to the people around you. But they know that you're a force for good. And again, this thing with the animals, like, I'm hearing The Women That Run with Wolves. I've never personally read that book, but maybe that means something to you. And seriously, like in every single image, there's a full moon almost at the center of each of these cards. So that it just keeps reiterating you in the nighttime sky, you in the stars, you in the moon, you with the cosmos and the ethers, and you operate under stealth. Alright, we're gonna pull an angel oracle card to see what else it is that people adore. Yeah, that does not surprise me at all, Archangel Michael. You're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. Yeah, I mean, you guys must be practicing magic or something, because there is just so much symbology in these cards. And yeah, I'm sensing that you don't work alone. While you may be working underneath the cover of the night sky, you don't do this alone. You have angels, you have deities, people you're praying. I swear, like, you guys, I don't know, you guys must be part of a coven or something of the sorts. And that's not resonating with you, it's just like, if you kind of just do your own thing in your own form of magic, but you're working with deities, and that's how you're light working, and that's how you care, and that's how you nurture for other people through this work that you see but they don't see, and you do this alone. Alright, I'm also going to pull, I forget what this deck is called, but the imagery is so beautiful. So let's see. Listen with your heart. Oh my gosh, you guys are like the empaths of the empaths. It says you are listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. Yeah, you are amazing at this. Even you guys can see all this animal imagery in the background. Because you're so sensitive and in tune with the rhythms and nature of life. Just every being, every person, every homeless person on the street is literally just drawn to you, because you have this open and ethereal quality, and people just know that you will lend them a loving and listening ear no matter what. They know they can run to you, and you will be they will be so comforted. I even feel like, I mean, you have this energy inside of you, and I don't think other people know what it is because you keep this part of you hidden, but it's like they go to you because they know, even beyond you listening to them in person, it extends. Like, they just have a feeling that your caring is so much deeper than they'll ever be able to conceptualize, and they almost want to seek out this person that they know. Like, the caring doesn't stop when you or they leave, that you will go to your altar, you will pray to the goddess, you will pray to whatever archangel that's working with you, or over, and you will go to work for them behind the scenes, and they feel like their burdens are lifted away and taken care of when you enter their life and you enter their presence. And I think they need this type of divine guidance and intervention. This is why they're so drawn to you. I swear, you guys, it's literally not just because you're open-hearted and empathetic. I think that's a huge part of it. It's literally because they seek out this person that will give their problems up to higher divine guidance, higher help, higher, I think I already just said intervention, but you know what I mean? They want you to take your problems to your altar and pray with all your might, all your heart, that they get taken away. Like, it gives them such a sense of nurturing, because, you know, the earth that we live on and the angels that protect us and our loved ones in the spirit are constantly doing that. Like, we have to wait to ask, they have to wait for us to ask for their help. So you're kind of like the medium and like intermediary between that, because you are a spirit, but you're here on earth. So they're just like, oh, I feel like if I just unload my problems onto you, you're gonna carry them, but you're gonna carry them farther into the sky where you'll help transmute them, and I don't have to feel that pain. I don't have to deal with that anymore. And that's what people really love about you. You feel like a place of refuge, like they seek refuge through you, and you feel like a calm place. You're like Switzerland. You're neutral territory. You're even ground, and I feel like they can catch their breath when you're around you, and that you'll listen and you'll nurture them and love them and baby them and take their problems into the light so they don't have to deal with them anymore. Because I'm sensing a lot of people around you like aren't spiritual or don't practice whatever it is that you do, so you operate in the darkness. And I think even if you did have people around you, you'd still operate this way. That's just where your magic comes from. Getting like really strong fourth house vibes, like fourth house. I can talk a lot about that because I have the majority of my planets in the fourth house, and if you know anything about ancient Egyptology, basically the sun is carried by the sun god Ra throughout the sky, and it starts with the ascendant. I'm not going to go too far into this, but if you're looking at a natal chart, you start with the ascendant, and this is where the sun rises. That's why it's called the ascendant, because it's rising sign. And so then it goes all the way, it goes across the horizon up until you hit the midhaven, which is like when the sun is directly above you. So 12 o'clock noon in the sky, and then it descends until you hit the descendant, opposite of the ascendant, and that's when the sun starts to set. And then it goes down until you can't see it anymore, and then you hit the fourth house. That's the midnight, the Ilian Koli. And that is the midnight of the sky, the lowest point in the sky where the sun is furthest from the top of the sky. And this is where people operate in secrecy. That's like why midnight is called the haunting hour, whatever, what have you not. So I can definitely see if you guys don't have Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon and the fourth house is also ruled by the moon, then you guys definitely have fourth house placements or something, because you guys just operate under this veil of the night where the sun is at the lowest point in the sky, and that's when your magical powers arise. That's when you awaken and you unlock all of your gifts that have been given to you by the goddess, and you work your magic and you work your light, and your memories come alive, and the way that you can give to other people is just unlocked, and you give all of your soul to these people to help them assuage and soothe their problems. Yeah, you guys have a serious gift, and I'm sensing whatever light magic you're working just makes such an effect and such a difference, and this is why people adore you and love you and are drawn to you, because you just have this sense of like ethereal beauty and ethereal magic that just feels like you can just take all of their problems away, and that's why people love you. So alright, pile one, thank you for letting me read for you. You guys are definitely some goddess people. It's really cool. Alright, well you guys take care and have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you in the next reading. Alright, hi pile 2. If you chose the Priyanite, then this pile is going to be for you. Okay, so let's get into the cards. Let's see why other people adore you. The 8 of Swords. I think you really help people get out of their issues. I don't know why I'm specifically picking up on legal trouble for this pile, but when anybody's in a jam or in a jiffy Like, you just help cut the swords away and the confusion from people's eyes. Like, you have this sense of just being able to figure things out when nobody else can. Like, I'm seeing this shoelace that's really intricately knotted, and like everyone is just like trying to unravel the shoe. They're passing the person, can you untie this, can you untie this, and everyone's like, oh, it's in such a knot. But you just have the ability, they hand it to you, and all of a sudden it's like the knot is undone in like the snap of a second. Everyone's like, how did you do that? You must be a very stable person. I just feel like when people are at the lowest of lows, they don't know what to do, you either have the ability to like cheer them up immensely and make them laugh, or just help them to see that they're not as tied up as they think they are. Their hands aren't as tied up as they think they are. Like, there's a way, or there's a knot that they didn't see that's loose, and you just pull a string and all of a sudden they're unraveled, and they're just like, oh my gosh, thank God. Yeah, you are an amazing person to have around in a time. You guys, I literally just recorded your entire reading, and somehow it didn't record because little Missy over here is kind of a dumbass, and I didn't charge my phone and it died. So I'm just gonna run through this again, see what happens. Sorry if it's a little bit shorter, but I literally just read all of your freaking cards. So we're going to try that again. Pile 2, what do people adore about you? You guys have the 8 of Swords. Who knows, maybe I'll pick up on something different this time. Alright, pile 2, what people adore about you is you have this uncanny ability to cut through people's problems and bullshit, like literally at the drop of a hat. People feel like they can come to you with all of their problems because you just know what to do. I'm sensing that with this pile, you guys went through something significant in your life that caused you to have to figure out everything on your own. Every like trial and tribulation you guys went to, you literally had to dig yourself out of that hole and slip out of that knot by yourself. So this gives you the uncanny ability that when anybody else is going through a struggle, like, you can turn their problems into mush basically because you just know what to do. And again, I'm very strongly getting this visual of like a shoelace being tied up and knotted, and everyone is passing this shoelace around like, can you get it unraveled, can you, and then no one can do it, and then they just pass it to you, and it's like, here guys, you literally pull like one string and the whole thing just comes undone, because the 8 of Swords is this card of confusion and not being able to see properly. But what I'm sensing for you guys is what people adore about you is that they can come to you with your problems and you melt them like honey. You make them feel like nothing they were going through or dealing with is even an issue anymore. And more than that, you give them a solution to their problem. Like, where they felt like they were trapped or stuck in a maze before, you show them the way out. You're like, no, there's a door right there, there's an entrance right there, just leave, just get out. And people are just so floored by this and blown away, and like, they just feel like they can't thank you enough. But you are definitely the type of person that people want to be around in a time of crisis. And just your ability to make people feel like their problems aren't so big anymore, and they aren't these huge insurmountable hills that they'll never be able to get across. You're just like, no dude, if you just pull right here, it'll all come undone. It'll all just completely unravel. I think that's amazing. Yeah, when people feel like they're blindfolded or they can't see their way out of a situation, you literally just take their hand and lead them to the answer that they've been looking for. You make people feel unbound. You make people feel like nothing that they do or get themselves into will really be a problem in your eyes, because you know the way out. You know how to comfort them. You know how to get them out of their troubles. and they're so eternally grateful for this. They feel like you can help them with anything, that you could come to them for anything and you would just drop everything and be willing to help. And I feel like people, they don't understand how you're able to do this, how you're able to just, render their problems to be so insignificant. They don't understand how if you pull this string right here, the whole thing unravels. But what they don't see and what they don't understand is that you've been through a dark night of the soul. You guys have gone through all of these trials and tribulations yourself. And this gives you the ability to just be like, here, let me give you my hand, let me help you, let me show you the way. And people are just like, wow, I never saw it that way before. I never saw that this was the way out before. Like, how can you just have this ability to just make me feel like all my problems don't exist? When people are tattered and torn and battered and sick and confused, you make them feel like there's a way out. You make them feel like what was once the biggest burden in the world is now just but a mere pebble sitting on their shoulder, which you can flick off with just literally the flick of your hand. Oh gosh, I just feel like a sigh of relief, just such a breath of fresh air and relief when I look at this pile, because you unbind people from their massive problems. No, I'm talking about massive, like things that feel so binding and so insurmountable. You come in like a breath of fresh air, like the cool summer breeze, and all of a sudden everything that was binding them, everything that was tying them up is now set free. Yeah, I don't know what you guys went through, but this is a serious talent and serious gift. And so we also have the Three of Swords here, which again, I think this just reiterates the challenges that you've went through in your life to be able to form this type of energy where you can just disassemble people's problems at the drop of a hat. Maybe somebody died in your life. When I was doing this before, I was picking up on like orphan vibes and like you guys just having to do everything by yourself, because when you're left alone and you're that young, you have to learn how to cheat the system. What I was really seeing when I was doing this before was like Aladdin vibes, like he's kind of like a street rat, but he's so efficient. He knows the markets to go to. He knows how to get his monkey to like steal the bread when they're not looking. Like, he's so efficient. But this is what you've had to do. This is what you've had to do in order to get around this energy. Yeah, and life really hasn't been fair to you. It's been cruel, it's been cold, it's been bitter. But because of your ability to rise up and take care of yourself, other people feel like they can literally rely on you and depend on you for anything and everything. And yeah, and I don't think people give you the credit that you're looking for and that you're asking for, because again, it's like they have existed in these superficial realms of existence where they didn't have to descend to the underworld whatsoever. They did not have to go through all the trials and the tribulation that you've been through and that you've been rendered to. And you've risen out of this. But again, like with this Eight of Swords, I feel like people are like, how did he just do that? How did he just press this button right here and basically disarm this entire booby trap that somebody like set up in front of me? Like, I don't get it. And or if like you just unravel something, again, these are just all metaphors, but if you unravel a big knot they've been having and it's you just press here and it's undone, they're looking at the rope like, oh my God, how did he do this? But they're not looking at you. Like, you are the magician. It's not a matter of what or how or why or when, it's who. And they're not realizing that you're the force of magic that has gotten through all of these trials and all of these tribulations and has accumulated the mastery to be able to see through where little pins could be pulled that will offset the whole system that is keeping these people trapped and ensnared in its grasp. And people don't know it's because you've gone through this. You've gone through a dark night of the soul. You've been stabbed. You've been bruised. You've been broken. And I don't think people really appreciate how much that the struggle that you've gone through has made you the person you are today. They kind of just see it as this, like, oh, there he goes again. There Jason goes again, doing this thing, doing this magic trick. But they're not understanding, like, no, this is like a real talent you've accumulated, like, through all of these lessons, through all these trials and all these tribulations that you've been through. And I don't think that people take it seriously enough. Like, again, ignorance is bliss, and I think they have these blinders on because they've never had to descend to the underworld in the way that you have. Is like they can't see where you come from, like the kind of melancholy frequency that you resonate with. They're not able to see where these gifts come from because they've risen up from the underworld, but they don't recognize this. They know that you have something unique and magical and special about you, but they're not bright enough, not intelligent enough to be able to stop and question, hey, Jason keeps doing this thing. He keeps just doing all this magical stuff that I don't understand. Like, how is he just so good at fixing everyone's life problems? But they don't think deeply enough to realize, oh no, like, this came from serious struggle and serious trial and tribulation. Pile 4, I was only intending to get, I'm sorry, you guys are pile 2. Pile 2, I was only intending to receive 3 cards, but you got 4, you lucky duck, so let's keep going. So you guys have the Wheel of Fortune. So with this, I was picking up that you guys could be like psychic or prophetic or intuitive. But like, you guys have this ancient like wisdom and magic, but you guys could also like be super into astrology, because I see that here is literally like an astrological wheel. But people feel very calm and docile around you, again, because you have had to be the master of your own world, of your own kingdom, in order to survive. So people just feel like this very calm, doting presence around you, and that's what they love. You just feel very stable and secure, and they love the knowledge that you bring to the table. They sense that you have this deeper wisdom and meaning, and you understand life and grasp its cycles more deeply than they ever could. Like, this is giving me like center of the earth vibe. I don't really know why, but like kind of prehistoric, before time. Like, that is the type of knowledge that your soul possesses, and you bring this into every interaction you have with another person. They can sense there's something very deep and archaic and ancient about you. Like, I literally feel like in the middle of your soul there's just like this resides this inner temple of stillness where time doesn't exist. It's literally like all of the realms and all the dimensions and all time that has passed just comes together to reside in this one moment, and you have this inside of you. Like, and if you tapped into this and unlocked it, I think you guys could do exponential things with your life. But again, it's this very deep ancient wisdom that people do not encounter in their interactions on an everyday basis. So when they're around you, they're kind of like, ooh, like I sense something like magical. I sense something mysterious about you, but I don't know what it is. But again, I feel like this very annoying thing where people don't think deep enough about it. Like maybe there's times when people around you, like, they open up their eyes and they're like, hey, Jason, like, sorry, if your name isn't Jason, I literally just get random names that pop into my head and I feel like I need to say them, but, like, you don't have to be Jason. I'm just gonna say that, like, hey, like, will you tell me about that thing that you learned a couple months ago? And they'll, like, try to engage with you, and you're so ready and you're so willing to have this conversation and impart your knowledge onto these mere mortals, and they're like, cool. Hey, Sherry, how do you like that glass of wine? It's great, right? You're like, oh my god. Okay, so you're still superficial as fuck. Like, what were you even picking my brain for? Like, you get excited because you feel like people are able to tap into that deeper knowledge you have, but then they kind of just prove to you, like, oh no, they just wanted me to do that for entertainment. They don't really care. And I feel like this could make you feel like really bitter and resentful inside. But the message I was getting strongly for you guys is, like, don't worry. The people that really can appreciate this knowledge that you have inside of you are going to come around. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of the wheel turning and them allotting this gift and this favor to you, because you're definitely meant to be around people that can keep up with you mentally. Like, you guys have a lot of swords energy, so you're very cunning, you're very sharp, you're very intuitive, you're very on your shit, and people love that about you. It's almost like this kind of charismatic vibe. It's like, it's cheeky and it's like cunning, but in a very cute and very endearing way, and people love that about you. Alright, last but not least, yes, we have the King of Pentacles, which makes so much sense because I was picking up on, like, a lot of grounding and, like, a lot of stability. So this King of Pentacles is this one made me think so much of Robin Hood. Like, see, I don't remember the story exactly, but either, like, he was an orphan or he was just on his own. So he had to, like, be cunning and kind of be a villain and rob people. But I don't think he was a villain in any means, because he was taking these resources from people who had an excess, from people who had, like, a plethora of riches and were literally doing nothing but sitting on them and counting them all day. So, and then he would take them and give them back to the people. But you guys possess this type of quality where you're very cunning, but in a very magnetic and alluring way, and people love this about you. They love how you've accumulated all this wealth and all these resources for yourself, but it's definitely not in the way that other people would have gone about it, because, like I said, I think because of your life circumstances and what you've been through, you've not been allotted the same life opportunities as all the people growing up around you. So you've had to secure your own kingdom in your own way, but it's like, it's yours. Like, it's not like you were elected king of the jungle. You were kind of maybe exiled in your own way, so you found your own corner of the jungle, and that's what you rule over, that's what you preside over. And you have your minions, you have your people that look up to you, but it's very much like, I did this on my own kind of energy, and I built this all for myself, and nobody else around me can ever take that away from me because I built this myself. And people, again, that's what they adore about you. And again, like, they don't take it seriously, and that frustrates me. It's like, they think that it's like this cute, endearing thing, but it's like, no, this guy had to go through some shit in order to secure these pentacles, in order to get a throne, in order to get a crown. Like, it's not just some cute, enduring thing, but again, I feel like people misrepresent it in a way that may not feel authentic to your actual life experience, but people do love this about you. Alright, and so reiterated with this visualized success card that says, see yourself doing well in this situation and have faith in a positive outcome. So yeah, again, you have manifested literally all your success, all your material assets, and, like, position in the world by yourself. People love that you manifest like wealth around you, and you do it in such a manly, like macho way where you just went out and got this for yourself. Like, regardless of gender, I honestly just feel like people are really attracted to you because this is like hot, like it's sexy. Like, a man that just like goes out and just claims his jungle and claims his resources for himself is just super alluring and enticing. And I was getting this visual so strongly, like when I recorded this before, that like if you are a guy and like you have elder women around you, not elderly but like people that are older than you, like they find you so sexy. Like, people love this about you. I feel like they rave about you and they fuss over you because they're just like, oh, like look at Robert over here. Yeah, like, you know what, he went to the Thai jungle by himself and like took down a bear. Isn't that awesome? And you're just like, no, Aunt Sherry, like I actually went to Cambodia and it wasn't a tiger, it was a bear, or just something. You're just like, what are you guys even saying? Like, that's literally not what happened. Like, I don't know what situation you're talking, but that's not what happened. But like, people just love to gush over you and fuss over you because they think you're so cute and like adorable and like handsome. Like, oh, like, yeah, he did this all for himself. You're just like, oh, that's so not true. But anyways, like, that's what is coming through. People really adore that, like, you just seem like this jet-setting person that just goes out and gets everything for themselves, you know? Like, people just like want to pamper you and like fuss over, but I feel like you're really not taking it. You're just like, oh, whatever. It's like they don't get it. They think it's like some cute, adorable little thing when it's not. Like, you went through some shit. You had to eat, like, you literally, you guys went through it, and I think that they're chalking it up to be, they're belittling it and your experiences, and they're not meaning to do that in any way, but I just think they think it's so adorable and just like, I don't know, manly and sexy of you to go about your life in this way. But the truth is, you guys really just didn't have a choice. But anyways, that is what people adore about you, your just go-getter attitude. Alright, so I have a card from this deck. I don't remember what it's called. If you'd like it, like, comment and I can link it below because I think it's beautiful. But this card says, be willing to express love. And you make people feel like you'll listen to them no matter what. And again, like, okay, I don't even think it's you that is the one that's very expressive with your love. I feel like people literally just like gush over you. They think that you're so handsome, that you're so cute, that you're so adorable. Like, they literally just like cannot keep their hands off of you, like that type of thing, which again, like, may be really irritating for you. But like, people like also love to spill their problems onto you because they feel like you just have such a sense of like stability about you and just such a deep, like, archaic presence about you, like ancient, that people really like that about you. How stable and noble you feel. And I was getting this very like nomadic quality from you guys before, like, again, because you're very independent, you may just traverse the world by yourself or go on these missions or do these things all by yourself, but it's like this very nomadic, like earthly, almost like Peter Pan, honestly, type. That's straight up Peter Pan. That's totally what I'm getting here. Like, that's what people love about you. Yeah, you're probably very sexy too, but my gosh, people just love to gush over you. Oh my gosh, and I could feel how annoying that is to you because again, like, it's not in an endearing way. They're totally misrepresenting like your life story and like the actuality of what happened, but there's just something about you that people love to brag about and gush over and fawn over and like just be the center of attention and the object of people's affection. Like specifically, like especially older women, if you are a male identifying person, like this is totally the case. And like whatever aunties or like your mom's friends that are coming through are literally just like gushing over you. Wow, yeah, people think that you just have a very charismatic vibe and just like a sexy go-getter attitude. So pile twos, that is what people love about you. Also the fact that you just hold it down in any situation. Oh my god, that's so funny. You guys, okay. Again, like specifically if you're a guy, I feel like when you go over to like any elder woman's house, like, hey, Jason, do you mind just like scrubbing here? Can you unclog my faucet or my sink? I just really need your help. And like people just love to see you just like unravel their problems or just like do things and do their handiwork. Oh my god, yeah, people just like want you to be their handyman and like fix it all person. They think that's like really hot and sexy when you do that. So anyways, yeah, a lot of like old lady energy was coming through this pile, but I hope you guys like that. That's what people adore about you. Thank you for watching this reading, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Alright, hi guys, if you chose pile 3 with the apricot agate, literally love this stone, then this pile is going to be for you. Alright, so let's see why people adore you, alright? Oh my god. Oh, okay, people. Why wouldn't people adore you? You're freaking sunshine butterfly. Oh, people love you. You're so like cute. Oh my gosh. Like, oh, I can't even like talk. Oh my god, I just got. This is so fucking cute, you guys. Oh, okay, like, it's too much. You're like the happiest, cutest, most adorable person. Oh my gosh. People just literally want to hug you. I want to hug you. I like can't even talk. I just got so overwhelmed by just like the cuteness and this freaking pile. What is wrong with you guys? You are so sweet and like so beautiful and so loving and so kind. I kind of might start crying. Like straight off the bat, probably Cancer energy. Oh, I love you guys. I love this pile. Everybody needs somebody like you in your life. I don't even know what type of amazing person you guys are. Oh my gosh. You make people feel complete inside. Like when they're with you, nothing in the whole entire world could ever go wrong. You make people feel so wrapped up in your love and your care and your attention that they literally just feel like the arms of God are holding them and like nothing could ever go wrong. Like oh my god. I want to cry. This is too much for me. You're adorable. You're friendly. Oh gosh. People just like want to wrap you up. I can't. I'm sorry, you guys. I have to stop. I need to pull another card because the Ten of Cups is overwhelming me. Judgment. Okay. You make people feel like nothing in this entire world could go wrong when you're with them. You make people feel. Nothing in this world literally could ever go wrong when you were with them. Oh my gosh. You make people feel like they're a baby in their mother's womb. Like, oh, connected to source energy, connected back to love. And if you're one of the people in the card, I feel like you're this female that all these people are huddled around. Like, you are the person that has brought this divine baby into this world, and you are the loving force of nature that attracted this beautiful man to you in order to procreate this incredible child. I'm getting strong energy from the Pleiades. If any of you resonate with like star systems or starseed labels, like I'm getting straight from the Pleiades vibes. They're so loving and so generous, and their whole vibe is literally just the heart chakra. Like, that is the frequency that these soul beings resonate on. You're so generous with your time, with your love, with your patience, with your care. Oh my gosh, like, I almost don't even think you guys are like of this universe. I'm getting so, like, this energy right now is so intense. It's hard for me to even speak clearly because all I'm feeling is energy. All I'm feeling is vibrations. All I'm feeling is pure unconditional love, just like radiating throughout my entire room, just like filling me up. It's almost too much. Like, you guys, I think I was literally tearing up at the beginning of this reading. Like, I didn't even know how to talk or articulate it because it's just over. It just hits you. It like hits you in the jugular, and like all of a sudden you're just like, oh my gosh, you guys, it's so pure. It's so pure. How did you even rise into this energy? Like, this is the type of shit like you rarely ever see on this earth. For somebody just to hold this torch, this flame of unconditional love that just chases all the shadows away, and then there's nothing left but just this purity. Oh, this love, it's so deep, it's so deep, it's so true, it's so altruistic, it's so like, oh, I just feel like honey and like velvet and rose petals are just like dripping down on me and just encasing me in this warm cocoon of affection. That's how you guys feel when other people are around you. And I wish I didn't even have to talk. I wish I didn't have to read for you guys, so I could just sit here and stay enveloped in this energy, because it literally just feels so good. I don't know if you guys have like ever experimented with drugs or anything, but if you guys have ever done ecstasy or anything of the sort, that's what your guys' energy feels like. Just heart opening. Oh my gosh. You guys feel like warm kisses on a blustery day. You guys see like hot chocolate seeping down your throat when you have a cold and you're sick, and that warmth just alleviates all the pressure and just makes way for a clear throat so you can finally breathe in the fresh air again and feel your lungs working. You guys feel like warm kisses and sunshine, rainbows, and melting honey on the tip of your tongue. It's so visceral. I like feel like I'm speaking in like prose right now because it's divine. It simply cannot be reduced to petty words. No, it's a feeling, and I want to transmit that energy to you guys so you can feel what I'm talking about, because like I'm seriously speechless. Like I can't explain this with words. You guys, this pile is really doing something to me. It's always my pile 3s. What is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? Okay, there's just like an angel coming through this pile. It's not of this world. It's not of this vibration. It's not of this caliber. Why do you guys do this to me? I swear it's literally always the pile 3s every time that I'm just like, oh my gosh, am I getting like possessed by like an interdimensional being? Like, what the hell is this? You guys aren't people. It's the vibration is way too high for me to even function, you guys. Holy shit. Okay. In this card, I see nothing but an angelic being of the light realm. Oh my god. You guys have to bear with me, okay? This is a lot of energy for me to process. And I just want to be quiet and sit in it so I don't have to talk and I can just feel it. But I know that you guys aren't going to be able to understand anything if I'm saying if I'm just here and sitting and quiet. So you guys bear with me. Just give me a second, okay? I'm getting Jesus Christ energy. It's on that frequency where the level of love, the level of comfort, the level of just being rendered speechless in like the arms of a lover. Oh my god. You guys were brought to this earth to do something seriously special. You can't not be adored. It's in your blueprint to absolutely be adored and be everything. Give me a sec. You're one of these really special souls, you know, like when somebody passes away and it's a tragedy, like they were so young, but everyone is so shocked because they were just one of those people you knew was special. They provided so much light into this world, so much hope, so much goodness. It's like they were literally an incarnated angel, and everyone who came into touch with these people could feel that. And when they die, the community is so devastated, and that is like, you guys are the epitome of like, is this even a saying? Like, why do all the good ones die young, you know? And honestly, I believe that they go early because they fulfilled their mission at such a young age. Like, they were meant to just spread life, to spread love, to spread unconditional equity and pureness of heart. But all they did from the time that they were born to the time that they passed over, all they did was radiate that love like a beam, like a powerful nuclear beam out of their heart, and it touched everyone it was meant to. So they die young and they go early. But I'm sensing like you're one of these people that is just so special to this earth. Like, you are one of a kind. You are a true gem. Pile 3, I don't even mean to say this like you're gonna die young. I would never predict that for anyone in a reading because I don't know people's life path, but what I was trying to say with that is like that is the level of special you guys are on, where it's just like people that don't even know the person who passed away. The whole community just comes together to grieve this beautiful, beautiful soul, this angel that has fallen out of heaven and graced everyone and bestowed upon the earth the most precious, priceless, beautiful gift of all, which is the pure, unconditional radiance of love that you carry within your heart, that you carry within your soul, and you blast everyone with this high vibrational frequency whenever and wherever you are. It's so special. I just need you guys to understand that like you're one of a kind. Like you're the types of people that people like us like literally only meet once in a lifetime, and they'll forever remember that light that shone in your eyes. They'll forever remember the way that you embraced them or touched them and looked at them and smiled. And I swear, in people's darkest moments, all they have to do is think of you, and their troubles are gone, their stress is alleviated, their illness is nigh. Oh my gosh, you guys have a seriously profound presence that I don't think I've ever come across before, and I'm grateful that you've come to this reading so that I can feel this for a bit, because I feel like I'm getting a download from spirit and upgrade just solely by your energy coming through this reading. One of a kind. Oh, can you stop already? The High Priestess. Yeah, you guys are like incarnated angels. Either that or just like an angel's literally coming through this reading, playing a joke on me, pretending to be an actual person. But I don't think they play a joke on me, but it's like look at you just standing there in all of your ethereal beauty and divinity. How dare you? Just kidding. Oh my gosh, I literally feel like I'm being visited by an angel. I really don't even know what to say right now. Oh, you came here with such a mission of light and unity. I can't believe that like every time I do Pile 3's reading, it literally, I feel like an intergalactic being is just coming to visit me and take over my pile and take over my reading. You guys, like, please comment. Please leave me a comment if you're watching this pile and it's you, because I did one of these last time and no one commented. I just wanted to know, like, are you guys real? Like, what is going on? Like, seriously, I don't. It's so crazy, you guys. The energy. You got 2 major arcanas too, and not just any. Like, you guys got, of course you guys got the ones with the angel wings. Like, seriously, guys? Oh, like the whispering shadows and the heavens and the butterflies. Like, you guys could not be any more angelic and magical if you tried. You guys possess gifts that we mere mortals could only hope to ever be able to possess. You make people feel like there's heaven on earth. You make people feel like there's hope. People adore you because you remind us of the true divinity that is held within each and every one of our hearts, and you make people feel like there's hope. I swear, like, you make people feel like they've been visited and touched by an angel, and that's seriously how I feel right now. Like, they will never forget your presence. They'll never forget your touch. They'll never forget the sound of your voice. They'll never forget the way that you looked at them when you were sitting across from them on the subway and they were about to go home and kill themselves, but the way that you looked at them made you feel like the eyes of God were peering out of your soul and encapsulating them in such a warm embrace that they felt like even if they didn't talk to you, oh my gosh, this person cares about me. I know, I feel it. Even though I don't know this person, even though I didn't talk to them, they just made me feel like the eyes of my own divinity were peering back into my soul and telling me, don't do it. So they went home and they ripped up the suicide note. They took down the hook or the noose or whatever it was. And because you made them feel for like a moment that somebody cared about them, that there was an angel looking over them, and that is priceless, you guys. That is freaking priceless. No words. Okay, well now we're gonna pull an angel card. I don't know why the heck you guys even need this, because you are clearly an angel yourself. Oh my god, yeah. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity. It is a gift to us all. Alright, so if you guys are actually people, which I find really hard to believe, like I think you guys have struggled a lot in your life. You guys feel everything. I'm either getting like Pisces or Aquarius or Scorpio energy from you guys, where you guys are like able to tap into different dimensions. Like if you don't know, I'd like to say out of the three signs, Pisces kind of represents the afterlife and the spirit realm. Aquarius represents the cosmos, and Scorpio represents the underworld. So it's funny how I said those three signs, because like these three signs reside places that are not Earth, and you guys are definitely not from Earth. Your emotional sensitivity could have plagued you as a child. I think that you just felt so burdened by everything because you could feel so much light in everyone's souls, and you just wanted them to know how loved they were. Oh my gosh, I even feel like little like angel kittens and puppies are just like drawn to you, and you just wrap them up and make them feel so warm. But yes, your deep sensitivity is a gift to us all. Oh, this reminds me of like a dove, a baby bird, even though she does have angel wings. Again, I think actually since this is an angel deck, like all of the figures have angel wings, but like you guys just seem like a soft dove, like so innocent, so pure, just sleeping away in its little nest. You're so loved and you're so adored because you look out for people. You bring out the sensitivity in everyone around you. It's just like a big love fest when you're around, and people just feel so wrapped up in like your warm fuzzy down whenever they have the ability to be in your presence. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna pull this last card. I don't remember what this deck is called, but it's beautiful. Let's see what you guys have got. The heart of the matter. There's more going on than meets the eye. Oh, okay, this might be one of my favorite cards in this deck. You guys can see how there's like this little child sleeping, and then her oversoul is watching over her. So yeah, either this child is you, and like this is just representative of you incarnating into an earthly body and like your oversoul and the angelic realm leading you, or it's just like this is how you make people feel. You make them feel like they can just go to sleep and dream, and like you are this dreamy angel that will just watch over them and take care of them. And of course the card 22 comes out. Like 22 is really like the number of love, and it's actually 22 while I'm recording this. Happy birthday to me. But oh, it's just so magical. It's so ethereal. Your energy, it's so pure. Oh, And you guys, I don't know about you, but to me there's nothing better than a nap, and to be able to like, you know what, I haven't slept really well for a really long time. I just remember when I was like in preschool or something, when it was our nap time, all the caregivers and the teachers or people, they would have us lay down and they'd all just go around to each little kid and literally just rub our backs until we fell asleep. And like, being a child and being that innocent and that pure and just having somebody rub your back while you fall asleep, that is gonna be one of like the deepest sleeps you ever get in your life, because you just feel so held, so taken care of. And I swear that's literally how you guys make people feel. You make people feel like they can just fall asleep and like everything's gonna be taken care of. I don't really know what else I have to say for this pile. Again, it's just like an energy more than anything and it's hard to even put into words. But people adore you so freaking much, and they adore you because you are God's blessing to this earth, and I mean that in the most literal sense of that phrase ever. You are God's literal gift to this world, and you let people know that every day with your attention, with your sensitivity, with your nurturing, with your love. And people never, ever, ever be able to forget the way that you make them feel. I'll never be able to forget the way that you guys just made me feel in this reading. So thank you so much for letting me read for you guys. You guys are truly one of a kind souls. Like, so much heart energy came through this reading, so much healing, so much empathy. So much empathy is just washing over me right now. Oh, I'd love to know who you guys are. Like, leave me a comment if you like. Just say holla, pile 3 checking in, just so I know that I'm not being played by like my spirit guides or something. I kind of just said that as a joke, but like, you guys are just way too ethereal for this world. Alright, pile 3s, those are your messages. Thanks for reading, and I'll see you in the next reading. You know what I meant. Okay, thanks guys. Hi, pile 4s. If you chose the rose quartz gem, then this reading is going to be for you. Alright, let's see why people adore you, shall we? I'm going to start with 3 tarot cards, and then we're going to get into the oracle deck. Alright. You guys got the 4 of Swords. Okay, straight off the bat, I feel like you guys may have undergone an illness or something. Like, maybe even as far as to say chemo, or something that rendered you very unable to complete everyday tasks throughout your life, specifically in childhood. You were either very sick, or you had an autoimmune disease or disorder that made other people have to take care of you. And people, if this is the case, people love and adore you for your strength, for your perseverance. And while you may have felt like you've been at a severe disservice because of this, or whatever, had to make other people take care of you, don't feel bad, don't feel ashamed. I feel like it must have taken away a lot of your sense of autonomy, and because other people have to take care of you. But this is actually what people adore about you, is like they loved taking care of you. It gave them a sense of purpose and like a mission they had to fulfill. And while you may not be able to understand that, or maybe that doesn't make you feel good, trust me, they loved doing this for you. They loved, like, you seriously gave them purpose to their life. If this is your parents or something that had to take care of you, maybe they were very selfish people in the past, but because they came into your life, or maybe your aunt, uncle, or cousins, whoever, but because you came into their lives and like taught them the real value of what they had, whether that was, you know, just their regular ability to be able to use all 5 of their limbs, senses, They were just very able-bodied people. Like you gave them a sense of, wow, I've really been taking life for, like, you gave people an entirely new perspective on life through whatever it was that you were going through here. You guys may have like sickle cell anemia or something of the sort, because I don't know, this lady just looks very cold here, but you were very disadvantaged. You either had to be in a wheelchair or you were just rendered incapable by the standard definition of what like able-bodied people would see as like, I just lost my train of thought, but yeah, you were sick. You were in and out of the hospital a lot, and people had to take care of you. I just keep seeing this image of a girl being wheeled around in a wheelchair, and you may have experienced a lot of darkness and a lot of pain, and I think you carried a lot of resentment around you because like you felt bad that people had to do things for you or like feed you or just get things for you all the time, and it just really didn't feel good. What people actually adore about you is that you have this very endearing quality about you because you were rendered incapable, because other people had to do things for you that other people normally wouldn't. You gave them a sense of purpose, of belonging in this world, and a different perspective that they would never ever have been able to see if you weren't here, if you weren't born. If you weren't sick, you just make other people feel like they have to take care of you, whatever that means to you. If it was like mental health issues or something, like other people just had to take care of you. And I'm getting this very strong message that you were very endearing to other people and other people adore you, because I know I said it a million times, but you make other people feel like they have a duty, that they have a purpose, that there's more to life beyond what they've been seeing. There's more that they can do, and people adored that about you. Yeah, your parents could have gotten divorced, or there was a lot of fighting in your family, but because you were there, you were the reason why they didn't get divorced. Or if they did get divorced, you were the reason why they still talk, because they had to band together to take care of you. They had to put their selfishness aside, they had to put their ego aside, and put you in the equation, put you at the forefront of the situation, because whatever happened, whatever conflict that was around you, they would drop everything to make sure that you were okay. They would drop everything to make sure that you weren't hurting. Anything that would put you in harm's way or distress, they would fight amongst themselves, like quietly. But then when it came to you, like you were all that mattered to them. You were all that mattered to these people, and they love you and adore you so much, and they want you to know that you are not a burden. Even if they acted like that sometimes, even if they were burnt out and lashed out at you and took things out on you and just made you feel so incompetent, so incapable, so rendered useless that it made you cry, it made you want to hurt yourself, it made you wish like you were never born or you were never alive. But I'm telling you, you have stopped so many conflicts. You literally stopped your whole entire family being broken up just because of your mere presence, your mere existence. And I don't want this to make it seem like people take pity on you. It's not that. Like, you just have such a persevering spirit and energy about you that literally would have manifested even if you were born into an able-bodied or able-minded life, regardless. But I think it did manifest this way through you, through your body, so you could fully take advantage of these gifts. Like, people love you. They would, I swear, you guys, they would drop everything for you just to make sure you are okay, you are happy, because you're so pure, and people know that you don't deserve to go through this. It makes them fight amongst themselves. It makes them fight to figure out what's best for you, what's the best decision for you. Nobody wants to do wrong. Like, I swear, you were the holy grail in everyone's lives, specifically your family's lives. They would do anything to keep you safe. They would do anything to make you happy. And just the fact that you never cry, that you never blame anyone, you never blame God and cry out and lament to the skies for making you like this. You just take it and you're persevering and you're calm. Like, I literally want to cry right now. You do this and you take it with such dignity, with such grace, that people are just like, I would do anything for my precious angel child's soul. Like, I need her to know. I need her to know how much we care about her, how much we love her, and we would do anything to see her happy. And it would kill us to see you cry. Like, they love you so much. Yeah, I swear. Okay, either a divorce was this card, justice, is oftentimes seen when we're talking about court issues. So literally, I think you stopped your parents from getting divorced. Like, your just sole presence brought justice to the situation. They were able to stop warring and see eye to eye just because of your mere presence. They knew that them breaking up would tear your soul apart. They knew that if they were to be too selfish or go too far, that they would lose their chance or like their position in your life. So you make people act right, and that's what people adore about you. Just like your mere presence makes people take the right action. You make people do the right thing. I swear, I think your parents must have been very selfish, either in like a past life or this one, and just the fact that you exist and you were born, it makes them see, oh my God, I had this all twisted, I had this all wrong. And you right their wrongs. Like, you serve justice, you serve karma, and not in a way where it's overt, but literally just through your presence. And that's what people adore about you. You make people just want to do the right thing. Like, no one would dare make a step in the wrong direction around you. It's like when you walk into the room, all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, like, oh, I thought I had my life so bad. Look at her. I'm never taking this for granted again. I'm never taking my legs for granted again. I'm never taking the fact that I have a mom and dad to cook me dinner every night. I'll never take that for granted again. Like, oh my, you really make people see the blessings that they have in their life. You make them see what life is all about. And gosh, you just bring people to their knees. Like, literally, you bring people to their knees just in gratitude to you, because they would have never been able to see their situation clearly and what life is all about if you hadn't showed up into their lives. Oh my gosh, you make people feel like they know the true meaning of life when they're around you. You make people feel like they finally understand what life is all about. You make people cry. Honestly, yeah, you make people cry. And it's out of remorse and guilt, but for their own ways of taking life and the world for granted, and for, doing shady things and doing things the wrong way. Just the fact that you exist, and like, there's just something about your spirit that just pierces through the souls of people and makes them realize where they've had life all wrong, and you make them actively want to right every wrong they've made. And from now, like, literally from now on, like, put down the drugs, put down the alcohol, put down whatever vice, put down whatever insecurity, put down whatever, sneaky ways they've been doing things, literally for good. Like, throw it away, chuck it across the river so it'll never be seen again, and just totally start new and start fresh. It's not even like one type of thing where you see your friend working out and you're like, oh my gosh, let me start working out too, and either you can fall off the track or you stay on it. It's not like that. It's so big that people are literally willing to tear the skins and the false identity that they've been wearing their whole entire life. Like, literally just strip it off of themselves in that second, throw it in a pit, burn it, walk away, and never look back, and just embark on this journey, this new journey of their life with open arms, because you've made them see that clearly what they've been missing, what it is about life that they've been getting wrong. Oh my gosh, and I just feel like this message, you guys, if you are in a life-threatening situation and you're looking for hope and you're looking for an answer, this is it. You guys have such strength, such a persevering spirit. I swear, whatever it is, whatever sickness, whatever illness that you're battling with, you will pull out and you'll be fine. But more importantly, your family is going to be fine. I know you worry about them. Please don't worry so much. You're being taken care of. And I swear, like in March, April, or May, like this resolution, there's going to be a conclusion and reach for whatever it is that you guys have been going through. Maybe you're waiting to see if you can get chemo treatment, or maybe you're seeing if like waiting to see a radiologist, or just something that you've been waiting. You'll get it. But oh my gosh, you guys are so precious, and you're so loved, and you make people feel like they know the true meaning of life, and people adore you because you're just this gem that needs to be protected. And I know you guys are fierce and you guys are ferocious, and you have this inner lioness inside of you that of course can handle herself, but you just make people feel like they want to take care of you and love you and nurture you. So let's see what guidance this angel deck has for you. Release. Work with Archangel Michael to let go of what no longer serves you on your purpose. I think there could have been a time in your life where you guys almost died. Like literally, if it was due to sickness or just something that you guys were on the brink and verge of death, and from that moment on, you have released your fear of death and what awaits you beyond this 3D realm. And because of that, I feel like you release other people from their shackles, from their imprisonments of fear, because you can see that truly the only thing that matters is love, and the only thing that matters is perseverance and having a strong at heart spirit. And I swear, like, you just release people from their attachments to their earthly life and this realm and their fears of dying. Like you release people from their shackles. Like people, like if you're talking about the 7 sins, there's many things you can get sucked up into in this life, and I don't remember off the top of my head, but the 7 sins are like greed, lust, gluttony, dishonesty, I don't know, and these are like the 7 earthly vices that we can succumb to, and most, if not all of us, will fall prey to one or more of these in our life. But I swear, you've been released from the attachment of it, because whatever you went through, like, you literally almost died and you made it out, and you battled with the gnarliest fear that walks this earth realm, which is the fear of death. You come face to face with this demon and you won. You overcame, you surmounted, you surpassed this, and you hold this like a championship, like a medal, like a metaphorical like championship medal is literally in your hand for overcoming this, and people see this, they see that medal gleaming on your neck, and again, even though it's like metaphorical, it shines so brightly, and people feel that. So whenever people are around you, it's like, oh my gosh, you release them of all their earthly attachments, of all their fears, of all their gluttony, their jealousy, their lust, everything that they've been sinning. You literally wipe that soot from their eyes, and you help them see, no, this is what really matters here and now. And you release people from everything that has been hindering them from developing on their life path and from shying away from what makes them true, like as a soul. You guys reveal to them what truly matters. Oh my gosh, you guys are powerful people. And the final card we have for you is love is all around you. Your love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. I have to look more closely at this card, because these cards are so freaking intricate. Yeah, I feel like you've lived a lot of lives on this earth. And I want to say, I don't think you guys are afraid of death anyways, but if you guys have been diagnosed with a terminal illness, like, please don't worry, because you guys have so much life experience in your arsenal in your past that, like, you've seen everything that there is to see. You've experienced everything there is to know, and your mission, this life path, is just to weave that all around you and help people see that, yes, love is all around them. Like, you literally help people pierce through the veils of their own misconceptions and their own ways of life that are inauthentic to their own truth. And you make people dance again with the meaning of life in their eyes. And what people adore about you is that you bring them back to the true essence and the true meaning of life. You literally weave this with your own hands and your own heart, and you make magic, you make waves wherever you go and wherever you are. Yeah, you guys make people feel like there's magic around you, and I swear, like, your grandparents love you so much. Your grandparents, your great aunt, uncle, whoever it is, like, even if they're passed away in spirit, they're watching you. And yeah, you have knowledge that extends beyond this earthly realm, and that could be a consequence of you almost dying. Like, maybe you actually did die and like you were resurrected in some type of way. But yeah, you guys like weave the magic of the ocean wherever you go. You make people succumb to your power, your wisdom, your knowledge, your perseverance, your strength. And that's what people adore about you. I don't think anyone in your life is known a stronger individual than you are. And you help people see that no matter what they're going through, it can't be as bad as what you've gone through, which kind of might suck to say, but like, it's a good thing because it makes them stop whining. It makes them snap out of it and realize, oh my gosh, if this little girl or whoever you are can do this with so much grace and so much beauty and so much ethereal wisdom, then what is my excuse? And you make people want to put down what's been stopping them from going after their dreams or being a better person or being a better wife or being a better husband, and cut the crap, put that shit away, and start showing up authentically in their own life. Alright. Yeah, really powerful people, pile 4. Those are the messages that I have for you. Thank you so much for letting me read for you, and that is why people adore you.